What's up, everybody? Michael Massey here, along with Adam Cheek. We're here at the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway, where we had some NASCAR Xfinity Series action. The Food City 300, Justin Allgaier pulls out the win late, passes Daniel Hemrick, survives the mayhem. What'd you think? Did you have him on your list of winners, Adam?
He would have been up there. I don't know if he would have been top of the list, but I think this was a really fascinating night. We saw all these guys who could have won the race. Hemrick ran really well on the heels of that promotion to Cup that was announced earlier today. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a legit shot to win this thing until he burst into flames. Fortunately, he didn't get anything more than a burn mark on the back of his fire suit. Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed looked really fast. We can talk about that a little bit, but they were running really well. Several of the junior motorsports guys there were a lot of contenders here that could have won this race. I feel like this was anyone's race between 7 or 8 cars.
Yes, before we get into the playoff
John Hunter
battle,
too. Can't forget him.
Before we get to the playoff battle, we gotta talk Dale Jr. You mentioned the fire, but were you surprised to see him actually up there leading this race? I mean, it was the first laps he led since 2020.
I don't know if I was surprised, but it was something we haven't seen in a while. So I was like, okay, this is different. This isn't our normal, John Hunter Nemechek dominating or something like that. It was a mix of a lot of different guys, and Junior was out there just clicking off laps and looking really impressive until the fire happened. But you know what? Yeah, it was a surprise a little bit, but he's back in these cars. He seemed like he had an absolute blast. Wouldn't be surprised to see him do, honestly, multiple races next year. Maybe come back here. He said he's not sure, but maybe.
Now, you mentioned, he had the fire that ultimately took him out the race, something down his legs. I got a picture you can check out on Twitter, M_Massey22, for the picture of his burnt fire suit. But he's okay. Luckily, he's okay. The suit did its job. But he wasn't the only junior motorsports car that was out of the race today.
Oh, no.
He was
not.
We had a little incident there where it was a 3-for-1. You had Sam Mayer, Josh Berry, and Brandon Jones all taking out one wreck. What happened from your point of view? And then you caught up with those guys afterwards. What was the atmosphere like?
Sam Mayer seemed a little more pissed than Josh Berry did. Berry said he cut a tire. He said something was down, and that was what ended up causing it. But Sam seemed to take it a little harder. Obviously, playoffs are a new thing for him, so maybe he was coming from that perspective. But I think it's going to be something that's going to be resolved within teammates. But it wasn't pretty. And for junior motorsports, I'm pretty sure they had something at Talladega happen earlier this year where like 3 of their cars got taken out. So this has been a really bad luck year for them on a lot of levels.
For sure. And, first night of the playoffs, we had some troubles with those guys who are obviously playoff guys, Berry and Mayer. We saw Parker Kligerman. They had a problem with the wheel well. Had to go down, repaired it, lost like 50 laps. Went back out there, passed all those guys that wrecked, actually. So, bad night, but could have been a little worse. Who do you think are the biggest winners and losers of tonight in the playoffs?
Okay, I'll start with the loser, and that's Richard Childress Racing. Because on one hand, you've got a wrecked car, Austin Hill, very mad after that incident. He ends up on pit road. He makes contact with Sheldon Creed. Comes out pit road. They try to fix it. They run out of time, and they just give up. Their night is over. And now Creed and Hill are probably at odds a little bit more than they were. And I'm going to go with Richard Childress Racing. What about you?
That's pretty much the loser. For the winner,
a lot of in-team crashes tonight.
The winner, I'm going Daniel Hemrick. Obviously, Justin Allgaier, because he locks, his spot into the round of 8. But Daniel Hemrick finished in second. He was 5 points below the cut line coming into this. Now he's plus 12. It's a 17-point swing. Increases his odds of moving forward. Big day for him. He's going cup racing next year. They announced that today. Read my sidebar that I just wrote on his whole day on frontstretch.com. What you got cooking up tonight?
I got a sidebar on Hill and Creed. Hill declined comments, so it's mostly Creed-sided, but you can check that out. His attitude towards it kind of takes a shot at John Hunter Nemechek there a little bit in it, so kind of a fun teaser for you guys. Real racing coming up in probably about a week and a half on Rush for its 10th anniversary, and we've got some great stuff for tomorrow as well. I've interviewed Tony Breininger as well as
You got the Quaffle.
Yes, I got Carson and Travis Quaffle. It is late. It has been a long day. But Carson, Travis Quaffle, I talked to them, and you can check those out in the coming weeks as well.
All right, well, that's it for us tonight. Come back tomorrow for all our stuff for, 500 laps here at Bristol. We got you covered.
We dodged the rain tonight too, by the way. We got a few drops.
No rain. Tomorrow's race has been moved up an hour. Hopefully we don't have any Mother Nature messing things up, but it's NASCAR 2023, so let's be honest, it's gonna rain, right? But for Adam Cheek, I'm Michael Massey. Look up the rest of their stuff on YouTube for tonight. See you next time.
This is Daniel Hemrick, driver of number 11 College Grace Chevrolet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.